Hi, this is Kunal Kohli.
Hi, this is Shinnova.
Hi, this is Prateik. Babbar.
Hey, this is Lara, Dutta, and you're watching
Desi Web USA
With Urmin.
Desi Web USA. The perfect dose to your entertainment.
Hi guys, hello and welcome. This is Urmin and welcome to Desi Web USA. So the one thing that we learned in this pandemic is to adjust to the new normal. But दोस्तों, आज मैं आपकी मुलाकात एक ऐसी फैमिली से कराने वाली हूँ who has taken this line to a whole new level. Please welcome a brand new show and the cast and director of the show, Hiccups and Hookups. Hello, hi everyone.
Hi. Thanks for
Hi.
having us.
We had such a wonderful conversation before you started recording. To briefly summarize that, because I don't want it not to be recorded, we were talking about Priyanka's book, and you asked Lara whether she's got a copy, and she said she sent me a handwritten one. And I said, I've had the good fortune to work with both of them, with PC on Teri Meri Kahani and Lara in Hiccups and Hookups. But the one thing that is common between both of them, apart from their great professionalism, is what lovely people they both are. They're amazing people. And as perfectly poised as they are that no filter as people.
Oh, nice.
I actually have a story about. PC also. When she was marrying Nick Jonas, I've very extremely occasionally, maybe interacted with her, maybe once or twice. And the first time, maybe I was very young, and maybe I met her somewhere socially. But she was still kind enough to send me a personal message and saying, Prateik, I'm so sorry I missed out. But hey, this is a last moment message. And please come for our reception. Love, Nick and Priyanka.
Nice.
I thought that was just wow. Shows the greatness of that woman. And
lovely.
I think she absolutely deserves everything that she is doing now. And wow, what a woman, what a role model, what a great representation of our country and cinema.
Internationally as well. And let me also go ahead and say this, that all of y'all are also being watched overseas. So I'd like to again give a warm welcome to all of y'all. Lara, Dutta, hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing great. Thank you.
So nice to see you. Prateik, Babbar, I'm a huge fan of your work. I think you're pacing yourself so well, and in every role that you choose is just so nicely, I would say, tailor-made for you. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. So glad you feel that way. Thank you.
And of course, somebody who
is new to the craft. Shinnova is new to the craft. And but she will be known very shortly from November 26th onwards, because she's in this wonderful show with these wonderful actors, and you'll know of her very soon. But she plays Lara's daughter.
Watch out, ladies and gents. Watch out for Shinnova.
Well, I saw the trailer, Shinnova, and I'm blown away with your confidence and the way you're taking over, you're taking charge of every scene. So I'm looking forward.
Thank you.
And of course, the man behind this madness, Kunal Kohli, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. And I'm fortunate to have this lovely cast. Director without a great cast, or a script without a great cast, is like a chef without any food to cook. What will he cook? There's nothing to make. What a lovely dish has been prepared, using a strange adjective, but it just came from nowhere. I don't know where
it's
it came
very
from.
spicy, I must say. It's not just spice. It's chatpata.
It's
Sugar,
chatpata.
spice, and everything.
I want to just hit this direct question to Lara Dutta. I mean, you again experiment with roles like playing this 40-year-old single mother, and having to do all the kinds of absurd things जो इससे पहले शायद हमने आपको फिल्मों में करते हुए ना देखा हो. What inspired you to say yes to a script like this?
I think everyday women inspired me. I know a lot of 40-year-old women, including myself, who do many absurd things and are thrown into many absurd situations in their lives. I think it's about time that we addressed those situations, just addressed the experiences that women in their 40s have, especially playing a character like Vasudha Rao, on screen, to be a single mother coming out of a really long-term marriage with a teenage daughter to boot. And kind of not just trying to be a parent, but also somebody who's trying to find themselves at a stage in life where everybody seems to kind of subject you to the fact that, since you're now 40, your life is pretty much half over. So I like the fact that content like this is being made. Some great roles are being written for actors in our 40s. I'm in my 40s and I'm doing some of the best work in my career than I've ever done before. And I have the opportunity of being paired with wonderful actors like Prateik and Shinnova, who are much younger than me, and therefore give me the opportunity to pull up my socks, keep me young, keep me feeling young.
Works both
give
ways.
me a run for my money.
Works both ways.
But it's wonderful to explore these kind of relationships on screen, especially relationships that have in the past never been really completely fully exploited, like a sibling, sort of a relationship of a brother and sister. This is quite a hatke brother-sister relationship on screen, as well as, a depiction of a mother-daughter relationship that's very, very relevant in the age that we're living in, where you're not just a mother figure, but you're also a friend to your child.
Lovely. Shinnova, tell us about your experience, playing the daughter of Lara Dutta, and then, this is your first ever project.
So yeah, I had such a great time with Lara. I mean, our off-screen chemistry is so it's really like I feel so close to her, and I think that she really guides me on stuff. And literally and half an hour back, I was asking her about stuff that I thought that was kind of bothering me, and she kind of gives me a direction to go to. So working with her and Prateik, he's really, really chill, and he also really comforts me and keeps me, he's really easy to talk to, and they both are. And even Kunal, when I met Kunal, I was like, what can I call you? And he said, you can call me whatever. And I didn't feel like he gave me the sir kind of vibes. So I went with Kunal because they are all very easy to talk to, and it was a wonderful experience and lots of learning that I had from them. And I keep having each moment that I spent with them. It's lots of learning. So yeah, that's what.
Yeah, actually, the youngest person on this cast and who is actually Kunal.
What? Yeah.
The youngest person is Kunal.
Yeah.
I'm mentally 60. Actually, no, I'm not. I feel I'm.
Yeah, he's so cute. That's what I told him. When everyone he's cute.
Well, I love that, how his mind works. His brain works in very different ways.
He's like such a cute.
Kunal's gonna roll his eyes. Oh my God.
Cute.
Okay.
Right.
Moving on.
Yes, moving on. Prateik, tell us, like I mentioned, and I meant it, that I love that the roles that you pick are so different and they're so unique, which makes it so special. I want to observe Prateik Babbar in every film or project that he's doing, especially for something like this, a project like this, where there is a Rao family, and this family is crazy. How did you prep for your role?
Say that again. Sorry, what was the question?
How did you prep for your role?
How did we prep? I think we were extremely lucky to have such awesome material. to play with and work with. The script, the character graph, the story, the screenplay. We had a great captain. Mr. Kunal Kohli is one of the best directors I've worked with. Easy breezy. I think I should start calling him Mr. Easy Breezy. But I think
It's so many names
I
today.
think he is such a good leader. Urmin. Everybody on our set was always in a good mood and really proactive and really wanting to put their best foot forward and really wanted to collaborate, and everybody was so involved. The camera team, the costume team, the actors, the technicians, everybody was at ease because of Kunal Kohli. So he put everybody at ease and just let everybody do their thing, which is so rare to see. At least in my career, I think this was the first time I had experienced such a chilled out atmosphere, and it wasn't it wasn't taxing, or he didn't feel like a taskmaster at all, and it didn't in the beginning. I must tell you that in the beginning I was extremely nervous because I never it's prepping is different, and talking about your character and jamming with your co-actors and your director is different. But when you're on a set,
Right.
The dynamic changes. So I was nervous, and I didn't know what I was in for. I was prepared. I was prepared to be yelled at or told what to do, and I was prepared for it all. But I was so pleasantly surprised, and I'm like, okay, this is not.
Okay, now you tell me that you were prepared for all that. Damn, I missed out.
I was, because I mean, it's Kunal Kohli, Humto, all these amazing, ahead of their time films that he's made. It's. I mean, if I was Kunal Kohli and I'd made all those films, I'd be like, hey, man, I got a chip on my shoulder. You know what I mean? But he's not like that at all. He was not like that at all. He was, just a breeze, and I don't think any of us felt like we were, doing a task and we were working, and it was just a beautiful collaborative process. And I think all of us were so involved in our characters and our respective duties and jobs, and it's just kind of, we all of us, it just, the ice broke as soon as we started shooting. It broke. The chemistry was formed. The comfort level was formed, and it just snowballed from there, I think, for all of us. And hats off to KK sir for being such an amazing leader and showing us the way.
Kunal, would you agree that probably that's what you wanted? Because that's the concept of the show, that a family that is, absolutely open and is not, so-called scared ki mom kya bolegi, dad kya bolenge. So you wanted to probably create an environment which is exactly like the show. And I love the concept, by the way. It's just so cool.
I didn't do it intentionally that, because the show is like that, so let's create an environment like that. And if the show was like Mohabbat I'd be strict, on set. That was not intentional. I just feel, I mean, we all have heard that saying that if you love your job and you love what you do, you'll never work another day. I don't believe I've ever worked in my life because I love being on set so much. I don't think I'm working. I've really never worked a day in my life because I've always loved being on set. And if I love being on set, I want everyone to love being on set with me. I don't want people to be looking at their watches or running when I say pack up. It will like, thank God, let's get out. And I think you do manage to do better work in an environment like that. And it's not that I intentionally do that, and I'm trying to do that. I think it's part of my process to just
That's who
create
you
an
are, son.
environment, be happy and-
You're just amazing. That's who you are.
Oh,
You're
shut
just,
up.
you're just amazing.
And do not forget the word cute.
And it's all
Do not forget
like-minded
the
people.
word.
It's all like-minded people. You know, if anyone had rocked the boat or spoiled the mood, anyone could do it. You could do it. Prateik, Lara could do it. Shinnova could do it. The DOP could do it. The sound recorder. Anyone could spoil the mood and spoil the ambience. But no one did. Everyone just enjoyed the calm, and we just went along as a fun team.
Amazing.
Sorry,
So
you were
taking the yes. Sorry, Lara, you were saying something.
That's just because you're such a cutie pie, Kunal.
He's gonna blush. He's gone. Oh my God.
That's the theme of this interview's theme is this. You're such a cutie pie. Okay, quickly taking the theme of the show, of course, I'd love to ask you all individually, what has been the most awkward conversation that you all have had with parents?
Oh my God. I've had a few actually.
Prateik, go ahead, please.
With my father. I actually
Yes.
mentioned this in an interview yesterday. When you just about hit $1 and you find new hair growing out of places you didn't notice earlier in your life, and from all kinds of places. And then my father and I had this very serious conversation, and he sat down and he said, it was extremely awkward. He said, Bete, Prateik, it's time you use a trimmer, and you need to know how to present yourself and keep yourself, make sure you're being hygienic. And so, he's saying all of this in Hindi and English mixed, and it just sounds extremely wrong and awkward. And then I'm just listening with my head down. I'm like, yes, Dad, yes, Papa, of course I'll do it, of course, whatever you say. And he's like, just, make sure you're using the trimmer in the right way, and, just be careful. And I just nodded my head, I guess, thank you, Dad, for the very valuable advice. And then actually went to my brother and I said, dude, I just had the most awkward conversation with Dad that I can ever have in my life. And he's like, oh yeah, I've been there, done that. Don't worry about it. Just, you're good. And I'm like, okay. So I think that would pass as the most awkward conversation.
Works completely. Anyone else?
So I think I've been very, very fortunate being an Indian girl raised primarily in India to have had a really comfortable relationship with both my parents. So I think I am from a very small segment of in India who really have, and in all actuality, I think my father is my bigger confidant than my mom to me. We're three girls and we're all slightly protective about our mother. So I think we kind of protect her from the harsh truths a little bit more. But then having a dad and being a serviceman, he's always kind of raised us without making any discrimination between having raised girls or boys. So we've never ever felt, considering that we're three girls, we've never ever felt that we were any different or couldn't do things that boys could or could not do. And I've had, my parents have been aware of every single relationship I've had, right from my first boyfriend at school. They've always maintained that they would rather us bring our respective, romantic dalliances home so that they knew who we were hanging out with. They knew whether these boys were treating us right or not, because it all happened in front of them. So we've always had this very comfortable relationship with each other. And yeah, I've been able to discuss absolutely everything with my father, including, wanting to, sort of explore, my own sort of dating life with the kind of men that I wanted to date, or the kind of relationships that I wanted to get into. So there've been some really open conversations, and I think I'm very lucky, and I genuinely believe that I'm in a very, very small segment of girls who have that
Yes.
in India.
That's what we need. That's what we need. More of this. Wow. Lovely. Shinnova, would you want to share the same?
Oh, it's the same. I have been, my mom and my dad, as I told you before
Yeah.
the recording started, that we are quite comfortable with each other and I can talk about everything to her. So I think maybe in the very beginning part of it, if she asked me about guys, it would have been awkward. But then lately, like not at all. I feel there are no awkward really moments as such because I can talk about everything to her. And even my father was really, really chill. Like he was, I think when I was a teenager, then so he made me feel like, okay, like you can talk about everything to me, you know. So they gave me that space and they gave me, you know, they really understood me. So I think I have a very
Amazing.
healthy relationship.
So Prateik
Yeah.
is winning
I
as
think
of now.
I'm having it now with my daughter.
My father might be extremely angry and embarrassed when he sees this, but what the
No,
Yes.
I mean, it's
I think for me, I'm having it now with my daughter who's 11. And she started to ask me questions. And I still have it with my mom. She'll walk in when I'm watching something on TV. And if I happen to pause it, she'll ask me, why did you pause it? And I'll say, no, just to, you know, chat with you. And she'll be like, no, there's some sex scene going on. I can see it. And I'll be like, no, I want to talk to you.
Yeah, but your
So-
mom is very cool. I've met your mom so many times with Lali auntie, and I mean, they are just two rocking women when they're together. They are having the biggest laugh. They're gossiping about everybody who's walking into Otter's club. They're so with it. They know who's with who and so she's damn cool.
Yeah. So on one side, I have my daughter who's 11, and on the other side, I have my mom. And I have to balance both of them. So it's like मेरी तो batting ही नहीं आई है. I've been bowling all my life.
Amazing. I am so looking forward to this amazing show because it could be an eye opener for a lot of people, a lot of family, and I'm sure that for all those families that are just like the ones that y'all are showing as the Raos, they're going to be like, finally, there's something made on us, which is not like a hum aapke kaun or a hum saath saath hai, because for the longest time, that's what we thought a good family is. And we would doubt each other saying that, लगता है हमको ज़्यादा ही open हो गए हैं. But thank you so much, Kunal. Thank you to this entire team for getting a crazy, wacky family out like this. And please tell us, Kunal, I would love for you to tell us when is this show coming out and how can one stream it?
Okay, so we're going to be out on 26th November worldwide. We're going to be on Lionsgate. Lionsgate is also on Apple TV. In India, we're also on Amazon. And I think globally we'll be on Stars or Hulu. I'm not sure, but I think we'll be on Stars globally. But I'm not sure whether we're on Apple TV, but I think someone from the team will get through to you that and you can have a scroll running through. But we will be available globally. Every market, everywhere in the world, we'll be streaming on 26th November.
Well, I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for giving me your time. And thank you so much for being so absolutely honest with this interview.
Thank you, Urmin. Thank you for having
Urmin.
us.
Thank you.
Desi Web USA. The perfect dose to your entertainment.